Today, I am going to be playing 3 terrifying 3 a.m. challenges alone that I've done with friends in the past. Are there any spirits willing to communicate with me tonight? If you look out the window, you should see a black taxi cab waiting for you outside. Should I now be worried? Yes. No! Go to 10, what the What's up guys, it's Austin, welcome to today's vlog. Today I am going to be playing 3 terrifying 3 a.m. challenges alone that I've done with friends in the past. As you guys know, I've done a bunch of 3 a.m. challenges alone, but there was a few that I did with friends, and there were 3 that I picked out that I did specifically with Nick and Mike that I wanted to try alone because you guys are used to seeing me do this stuff alone. So let's start with the first game. Here we go. Alright, so the first game we're going to play is called the card game. So here are the rules. The card game is a paranormal ritual that is used to contact the spirits of the dead. The card game can be played with any number of people. You will need a deck of playing cards, a candle, and some salt. Turn off all the lights in the room and light the candle. Sprinkle some salt on the playing cards. Each person who is playing the game must shuffle the cards. I've already done that. Lay out the cards face down in 3 groups of 6 cards each. So it'd be like 6, 6, 6. Each group of cards should be 2 columns and 3 rows. The first thing you ask is, are the spirits willing to speak with us tonight? The person who asks the question hovers their hand over each of the cards until you feel heat coming from one of them. Oddly enough, you want to select the card with heat radiating from it. So when you're hovering your hand over the cards and you feel a sudden amount of heat over one of them, that is the one you flip over and that is going to be the answer to your question. Weird enough, the cards do give off heat when doing this. I've actually tried this with Mike. They actually do give off heat. It's very weird. You can feel the heat coming off them when you hover your hands over them. This is why you move your hand over them slowly. You don't want to go too fast. Next, turn over that card. The spirits will communicate through the cards. Hearts means yes, spades means no, diamonds means maybe, and clubs is I don't know. Each person who is playing can ask questions. Each time, only the person who asks the question can turn over the card. If anything bad starts to happen, end the game immediately. To end the game, you say goodbye and blow out the candle. Then you sprinkle salt over the cards again and shuffle them. Warning, we suggest that you do not play the card game, but guess what? I'm playing it anyway, so here is the card game. Here we go. As you guys can see, I got them in 3 groups of 6. So I got to start with the opening question and then we see what answer I get and if I can talk to this spirit. Now it says in this game, if the answer is maybe or I don't know, proceed with caution. You can ask again if you can join the game, I think. Or I think you can just continue playing as normal. But if you get a no, you're supposed to stop. But if I get a no, I'm not stopping. Alright, so the opening question is, are there any spirits willing to communicate with me tonight? So you just slowly hover your hand over each card, like this. These cards feel cold, like they're not emitting heat at all. Oh, that one feels warm. No, that's a no. Diamonds is no. Okay, so it doesn't want to talk to me, so we're gonna put the used cards over here. So it doesn't want to talk to me. Do you not like me talking to you right now? That one was immediately cold, or I mean warm. I don't know, so it doesn't know for sure. Are you a negative spirit? Why is the first one I hover my hand over so warm? No. Okay, well that's a good sign that it's not negative. Do I know you from somewhere? That one felt really warm. Don't know. Strange. Do you remember me from when I played this game last? Yes. Oh, I was not expecting that. What the f***? That was unexpected. What the hell? Okay, so it remembers me. Will I be harmed if I keep talking to you? Yes. I don't know if I'm gonna be harmed or not because this isn't like a super like intense like seance, you know what I mean? But like it basically says in another set of rules, spirits are basically controlling the environment, making your hand warm over a certain card because it knows what's a heart and what's a diamond and what's a spade or whatever. Wait, what is diamonds? Diamonds was a maybe. That was the first thing I picked up. So that wasn't a no, that was a maybe. Okay, so that's a good sign. But it's also saying it might harm me if I continue this game. So not really sure how that's gonna go. Will something happen while I'm sleeping tonight? I don't know. I'll just take the I don't know as a no. Is this a spirit that I should be worried about? Ooh, that one's hot. No. See, that's where that's kind of confusing because it said it was going to harm me, but then it's just like, it's a spirit that I shouldn't worry about, even though it's going to harm me potentially. It's kind of like backwards. Would it be a bad idea to look for the Black-Eyed Children in a new series on the channel? That one feels cold. Yes. That actually makes me very nervous. I know I'm like smiling right now, but that's just because I'm nervous. I smile sometimes when I'm nervous. Will I get signs that the Black-Eyed Children are around me? Okay, that's an I don't know. Should I stop playing this game? Maybe. Since I decided to continue playing this game and you didn't want me to, should I now be worried? Yes. Okay. Now it's getting creepy again. What the f***? If I tried to go back to the Witch's Fort a second time this year to try and do an Alone series there, would I be safe this time without any problems? This one feels... Yes. So that means if I go back to the Witch's Fort, I don't know if I want to because I did say in that video, like I'm never going back there because of that. I wanted to go there alone so badly, even though I was extremely terrified, but it's saying if I go back, the coyotes won't be there this time. And every time I've went there, they're not usually there. I'm gonna have to make the decision whether or not to go to the Witch's Fort again. I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna end this game now. Can I say goodbye? There's only 3 cards left, so we're gonna see which one emits the most heat, even if I have to go over them multiple times. Oh, this one's getting warm. Maybe. Maybe it's letting me decide by saying maybe? I'm gonna ask one last time. Can I leave this game? This one... No. But there's not many cards left. Wait, what was this one? No. What? They would have both been no anyway. What the f? Well, I have to end the game anyway because all the cards are done. So I guess if this like spirit or whatever is in here is mad at me, I gotta leave the game anyways. Goodbye to whatever's in here. Let's go into the next ritual of the video. Here we go. So this is the Hooded Man ritual. Basically, you are calling a hooded man in a taxi to your house to take you to some random destination. And the last time I played this, it was at my friend Mike's place, and when I went home from his house, there was a cab sitting like, I think 3 blocks away from his house, but there was no cab outside the house like there should have been. So that was really weird. So in a way, the ritual kind of happened and came true. So I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, we're gonna find out. Prior to dialing the first number, count to the number 13. Then, without picking up the handset, use the rotary dial. So a rotary dial is a very old phone. I'll put the picture like right here. But it's just like a very old phone and I don't have that, so we're using a cell phone. Call the number 204-96888. Next, tie 1 black cord to the handset, which I have a couple right here. Once it has been securely fastened, pick up the handset using the cord only and dial the number 255-15823. Count to 13 again. Lay the handset down next to the phone. Lean down so your mouth is near the receiver and ask for a taxi cab. Then untie the first black cord, pick up the second black cord and tie the second cord to the handset. Burn the first cord to ashes as soon as possible. So I can't really burn anything in here, nor do I have a spot to do that, so we're skipping that. At this point, if you look out the window, you should see a black taxi cab waiting for you outside. You can climb into it if you like. See where it takes you. Don't speak to the driver though. He's not one for idle chit chat. The only thing you should ever say to him is an indication that you have reached your destination. Use it when you are ready to end your trip. When you return home, use the telephone to call the number 20082. When the call is answered, thank the driver for the ride. Then untie the second black cord, burn it the same way you did the first, and bury the ashes of both cords in the ground. Just know that when you return, you might not be the same as when you left. So here's the Hooded Man ritual. So it says first, before dialing the number, I have to count to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 204, 96, 888. Oh, this is giving horrible flashbacks. Here we go.
Cannot complete your call as dialed. Please check the number and try it.
Okay, that's one number down. Next, tie one black cord to the handset. Got it right here. Well, that was a struggle. You guys don't know what I went through to try and tie this on. It's on, just to prove it. Once it has been securely tied onto the phone, dial the number 255-15823. So 255-15823. Call.
Unfortunately, we cannot complete your call as dialed. Please check the number and try your call.
Oh God, I gotta call it back. There was something I forgot to do. Oh God, 255-15823.
We cannot complete your call as
Count to 13 again, lay the handset down next to the phone, lean down so your mouth is near the receiver and ask for a taxi cab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need a taxi cab. Then untie the first black cord, pick up the second black cord, and tie the second one to the handset. Burn the first cord to ashes. All right, so we untie this, and we put this on. I'll be right back. All right, that one wasn't as bad to tie on. You can see it right there. At this point, if you look out the window, you should see a black taxi cab waiting for you outside. Let's go look. Oh, I don't see any taxi cab out there, guys. I don't know what to say. There's not one coming down the road over there. I'm gonna actually check the front of the house really quick. Be right back. So there was no taxi cab at the front of the house. There was a black car that was driving by, but it was going pretty fast. So I'm just like, thank God that wasn't the taxi cab. So next is the third and final ritual. Here we go. The third and final ritual is called the elevator game. Now I know you guys have seen me play this before, and if you haven't, it's the most popular 3 AM challenge ritual on my channel at the moment. And I'm actually playing it in the same building that I played it the first time because there's not very many buildings here with 10 floors that I have access to. I had to play it during the day because the place closes early. With that being said, let's get into the rules of this elevator game. First, choose where you want to play. The building must have 10 floors and an elevator. Memorize these numbers: 42, 62, 10, 5. You must play this alone, otherwise it won't work properly. And you have to start on the main floor. You also can play this at night or during the day, so there's some leeway with this one. You don't have to play it at night. I would have liked to, but I couldn't. Begin by going to each floor in this order like you memorized before: 42, 62, 10, 5. Make sure no random stranger enters the elevator while you're doing this game. Besides, of course, the woman on the 5th floor that enters while you're playing, and we'll get to that in a minute. If the young woman enters on the 5th floor, do not look at her, do not speak to her, and if you do, she might not let you go home. After visiting all the floors and getting to the 10th floor, press number 1. Next, 2 things will occur. You'll either be brought to the 1st floor, or you'll be brought up to the 10th floor instead, which will mean the ritual worked and you are now in the other world. If it takes you to the 10th floor instead, you may either stay on the elevator or exit on the 10th floor. If you choose to stay on the elevator, press number 1 again to leave. If the button does not work, keep pressing it till it does. And when you get to the 1st floor, leave. Don't speak and don't look back. But if you actually want to get off on that 10th floor, you can explore the other world. Now this is where it's going to get into the part where you notice you're in the other world and there's going to be certain things that you're going to see that aren't quite right. And you'll know you're there. You'll know it's the other world when you're the only person there. Be careful not to go too far, because you need to go back to the same elevator you were in so that you can return to your world. Here are more details to know you're in the other world and what people have reported while playing this game. So this is what other people have said. 1. Every single light will be off. 2. If you look out the windows, there will be a red cross in the distance, which is very weird. It's also not known if phones or cameras work in this world. Some people say they do, and some say they don't. Time and space may not work the same as they do in your world. So time could be faster, time could be slower. You might become confused and can't find the elevator. Or it might feel like the elevator is getting further away whenever you go near it. Do what you have to do to stay alert and awake. If you faint or sleep, you'll wake up to find yourself in bed dead having no memory of how you got there. It may not even be your own home or bed, so make sure to double check that it is. When you're ready to return, head back to the same elevator and do all the numbers over again in the same order. This is when you're leaving. But when you get to the 5th floor, it might take you to the 10th. Make sure to cancel it from doing that by pressing number 1. When you reach the 1st floor, don't leave immediately. You have to look around to make sure you left the other world and returned to your own. If you're not, then you have to repeat the numbers from the very beginning of the game again until you have gotten back to your world. Lastly, don't ever use that same elevator again. So here is the elevator game. Alright, so the 1st floor is 4. Oh god, this is bringing back PTSD from last time. Alright, 4th floor, and now 2nd floor. So it's 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5, 1. And if I hit 1 and it goes up to the 10th floor, I can explore the other world. Okay, now number 6. Oh my god. This is terrifying, guys. You don't even know.
6th floor.
And then back to 2nd. Just the numbers counting down even makes me nervous. Okay.
Going
10.
down.
Nope, we're at 10. Go to 10. Why wouldn't it go to 10? No! Go to 10. What the f? Oh, now it goes to 10. Guys, I think I just messed up the ritual. I might have to redo it. But I don't know if you can redo it in the same elevator. I don't think you can.
10th floor.
I'm just gonna continue it. And then close the door and go to 5. So on the 5th floor, you're supposed to see a little girl. You can't speak to her and you can't look at her. So I'm gonna point the camera at the door because I can't look.
5th floor.
Okay. 5 and then down to main. Okay, go to main, come on.
Main floor.
Alright, we completed it. It didn't go to the 10th floor. So I feel like the ritual failed when I pressed for 10 because it wasn't working for some reason. And then when it took me down to the main floor, nobody pressed for the main floor, so why did it go back down to main? So then when it went to main, I went for 10 and it actually worked that time. I didn't see the little girl at number 5. Then I went to 1 and it brought me down to 1. I don't know, I guess the ritual kind of failed / worked, I don't know. It didn't bring me to the other world because when you click for 1 at the very end, it'll either take you to the 1st floor or it'll glitch and it'll take you up to the 10th floor, which you can explore the other world. But yeah, that is the end of me doing 3 terrifying rituals alone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.